And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the TASG Watch Party Tuesday night as we welcome you back to the Acolyte, episode 7, coming up in the next 10 minutes or so. We're coming off, this is the penultimate episode. We are just about a week away from the finale, and things are starting to get interesting. We saw a little bit of, and I had to take a look at the title again for this one, Teach slash Corrupt. And they essentially, coming off of the action packed fifth episode, they switch sides ish in a way. Osha is with Kymir, the stranger, and May is taken by Soul, but Soul is just devastated and just completely heartbroken, and I've never seen a Jedi that affected than Obi-Wan Kenobi. But in this era of Star Wars, it is it's very fascinating to see. We also saw probably um, a sneak preview of what is to be Manny Jacinto's rise in his career. Uh, and let me just say, it makes me a little bit proud to be a Filipino right there. Joining us on the other end, finally back, Jensen. Welcome back to the stream, fam. How you doing?
Hello, thank you.
Now I know you missed a few weeks of action, especially with episode 5, and
Episode 5 was crazy.
oh my goodness. What was going through your mind as those sequences were playing out?
My jaw dropped probably 3 or 4 times watching episode 5. And one of my other friends watched, I was like telling him, you need to watch episode 5, like, as soon as you can. And he came back the next day and he said, my favorite part, or like the part that made his jaw drop, he said, the Swiss cheese.
The
And I'm
Swiss
like,
cheese.
no way you just fucking said that.
I mean, the Swiss cheese is possibly the best way to put it. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
it's that or three hole punch. I think
Yeah, 3 whole.
some of the hardest nicknames for those deaths, I think, is some of the most hilarious reactions to it all, and just seeing them in the last episode. I didn't expect them to see their corpses, their bodies lying on the ground like that, but
Yeah.
seeing that last week, it's like, damn. It's like, what was it? Somebody posted on Twitter, and I responded with, Jackie does not look happy being dead," and
Uh,
I tweeted that out. It was pretty fucked up of a fight in episode 5 night,
yeah.
but it continued that what do you call it, that ritual a little bit here in new Star Wars media, that the episode fives of the Disney Plus shows have been the hardest hitting, action packed, best episode of the series this far, type situations. And episode 6, while episode 5 was hard hitting, episode 6 is one of those things where it's like, it's the cool down. What the hell did we just see here? But also, ending on that episode 6, we saw Osha put on the stranger's helmet in a
God.
way that kind of echoes Darth Vader's breathing, and that sequence wrapped up an
Oh my god, I
episode
didn't even think about
that
that.
was quite a mind-boggling, um, mind-twisting. Where are they going with this here? Type situation. So that's going to lead into episode 7, dropping in the next 5 minutes. I just heard that reaction, fam. Um, there's a lot of the correlations, and there was also a little hint of the Knights of Ren theme, with Kymir, the stranger. Do you think that, will we see that here later on in the season? Is it a little too late to introduce a concept like that, or should we kind of expect a season 2? if the fanboys want a season two, um, you think we might see that explored?
I'm hoping. Cause I already know people didn't like it or haven't liked this at
Right.
all because it's too different. It's not or whatever.
It's the Disney
Um,
Star Wars woke brand, which
yeah,
is
it's
annoying.
the woke yeah it's the woke brand. So I'm hoping we get a season two if it needs it.
We by the way, we are
Because some of these shows don't need season twos.
no. I think Ahsoka needs a season two.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
but
Yeah,
I
oh
don't
yeah.
think Boba Fett doesn't need a season two.
No, absolutely not.
Um, this Twitter's starting to
Mandalorian
go
does
off
not need a
now.
season five.
Hayden Acolyte era says, "I'm very scared for tonight's episode." Ooh, if the fans of the show are a little bit scared, it's going to be interesting to see what we come of it. I need to reach over for that AirPods to go in for the next 3 minutes. But yeah, um, it's one of those things where are they taking us this week? And so far, every single week has been that. And um, I don't remember where I saw it, but there are the two wow words, the titles of the final two episodes have been dropped, and the to note from what I remember from my notes is that um what call it, the final episode of the season is titled Doom, Doom, not Caleb, unfortunately,
I was like,
but
huh?
yeah, episode 8 titled Doom.
Damn.
So
Dang.
we're just mere minutes away, folks, from doing this. Um, well, we have a couple moments. Next week is already the season finale. I'm gonna try and have that for you. Um, I just want to say a special word of thanks to everybody who has joined us throughout this series. Um, we are a safe space for those who are actually fans of this show, who are interested in doing a fair discussion and debate in what's going on in this series. But a lot of people out there have been calling it the worst. I can write this AO3 style fan fiction better than they have, and it's like it's ridiculous. Come on, don't like it kind of discredits a lot of the work that these teams, that these actors, um, that these crews have done, and it's frustrating to say the least. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm happy to say that we are a safe space here in terms of an open and honest discussion about each episode. We are not influenced um, by the larger part of the fandom menace. We don't associate with that, and we're just here to have fun. You know, we're just here to have fun and enjoy the worlds of Star Wars, and in this case, a new era of Star Wars that we have never seen before. And I think that this is something that we're going to see expanded in a couple of the new movies coming up. The was it the start of the Jedi Order, which is in itself going to be its own epic. It is going to be explored then. So with that being said, it is now time, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Episode 7 is titled Choice, A Bitter Truth is Revealed. 43 minutes. This is one of the longer episodes of the season. This is the penultimate episode. Please give us a moment. Follow along on the lower right-hand side. Jensen, after the Disney Plus logo, we're going to squab right over to the left. Are you ready to go?
Um, now I am ready.
Alrighty. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. This is the TASG Watch Party of the 7th episode of The Acolyte, titled Choice. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. That is the darker side of Soul that I have ever seen. And we open with a flashback 16 years ago on Brendock. I think this is going to be that sequence where Kelnaka attacks. What's his name? Bro, metal detectors in Star Wars? If you're just tuning in, we're at 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Interesting. Ooh.
Damn.
Roasted.
Roasted.
Oh, that's Torben. The fandoms will say, "Oh, that's a rip off of episode 6."
Oh God.
I can already hear it. I don't even have to open up Twitter to see.
I know, right?
It's that life tree of life, the Ocean Bay we're at.
Oh,
You good?
yeah. They're actually there. Oh,
He was over on the bench. I'm sorry, Soul, but you're quite a stalker. Cinematics. The episode is released already. We are watching it at the moment at the 6 minute 37 mark on Disney Plus. Titles, baby. I think we're gonna find out who really started the fire. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's take bets. Do you think it's actually May who started the fire, or do you think it's Soul who started the fire?
ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know.
It's too ancient for him.
No,
He's not gonna pick-
I think Soul did.
Because he got too curious. He probably did something like knocked over some torch or something. Sir, get down from there. You're not supposed to climb that pyramid. What is he thinking? What's going on in his mind right now? He is looking so concerned.
Oh,
He was there the entire time. What the
that's
fuck?
crazy.
Oh my god, this guy is stalking, and I hate it so much. Night Sister mention, by the way. Interesting. Oh my god, it is their fault. Holy shit. Oh my god. What are we going to do? The power of many. Yeah. All right.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, this is, I think, the moment that his eyes went black.
Oh.
Oh my. Are they gonna kiss?
And that's why he was in
Yeah, there it is.
his silence stance thing. Eh.
That's crazy. If you're just tuning in 14 minutes into the episode, we're just getting this party started right now, though. Who started the fire? Who's the one to say that she needs protecting? Yes. Ooh, Soul's character is being tested here tonight. Loth Cat, Gonk. Which sounds sus. What a sentence right
Yeah.
there. What a
Yeah.
confession. God. They're like, holy shit, that sounds like the Jedi Trials. If you're just tuning in, 19 minutes, 30 seconds. Is that the only photo you're going to test her on? Ooh. Oh. Way too much. You confess to breaking into their home, for one. Like, exactly. What? What the fuck does that mean?
What they're looking for, bro.
Oh my goodness.
That's convenient.
He's gonna kidnap them.
Oh my
And it's May.
god.
It's gonna be May. I want to see what that conversation is. Or is Torben going to crash his bike and that's what starts the fire? No,
Oh,
but
probably.
Torben is alive,
Maybe.
but he crashes and he gets those scars. Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's see what happens. Getting so antsy now. He's probably gonna try and do some sick drift move and then accidentally crash into it. Wait. Oh. Dang. So it was her. But wait. Just like last time, we're gonna scale this freaking wall. This part we didn't see last time around. Not our children. May is mental, I swear to God. Oh my gosh.
Little pyromaniac.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she didn't want to start the fire.
Well, she ignited the spark that lit the fire that got her coven killed. If you're just tuning in, 27 minutes, 10 seconds of the 7th episode of the Acolyte Choice. Darth Plate Me says, any corn dogs tonight with mustard? It did. Thousands of years later. That's not OSHA. Oh.
What the?
Whoa.
Huh?
Ooh. He drew first blood. That's May. That's not OSHA. You will pay. Oh my God. Wow. Hey, that sounds familiar. You gonna kill her too? Oh no, that's just from the fire. They didn't shoot anything. Why does she think? Wait, what do you mean?
All right, what?
Ooh, they've possessed him. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no.
Oh my goodness. I think it's this the reason why he went into hiding. Because he felt kind of embarrassed by this moment, I guess. Just my speculation. Ooh. Okay, so that makes sense. That well, that explains the scars now.
Dino.
Damn. Woo.
No way.
Dodge that shit, man. Wow. Yeeted. Are they now it's a rescue mission. 33 minutes 46 seconds. Running out of time here in the 7th episode of The Acolyte. That's the same reaction I had when I saw Murphy. It's like the Spider-Man. Wow. Oh.
And we don't get to find out what happened to May. Okay, wait. So Soul called him Kill Anka, but Indara said Kill Naka.
What?
Which one is it?
I
Yeah,
mean, it's just his accent, probably.
maybe.
Which ones? Stuff. Well,
What?
so interesting take for this one because this is essentially.
Okay. Okay,
I,
music.
I want to hear this. I want to hear it out because this is the song that. This is a very interesting retelling of episode 3, but with the added context of what the Jedi were doing on that planet to begin with. But I think it is safe to say this is all Soul's fault. This is a good song. This song is really good. um, but yeah, sorry, I'm getting all into the lyrics right now. I also want to see if my friend is in the credits here. Quick shout out to Tom Howard. I feel the shame when they call me your name, Twin Flame. Well, this also goes for a while. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. So, thoughts on this episode?
God damn.
Yes,
I mean, finally we've got the full, I mean, relatively full story behind what actually happened.
at least added
Um,
context. There was a lot of.
yes. Yes.
I think this episode could have been shorter
Yes.
if you cut out a lot of the repeated scenes. I think,
Exactly.
yeah, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
the repetition that we saw. Could have cut this down to a 30-plus minute
Oh yeah.
episode. And I wouldn't be too bad, like too upset about it. I think the big thing is that there's a lot of redundancy with episode 3, but what added to this was Soul's scenes. I think Soul was a great um, standout in this one because you wanted to know the truth. Well, you're getting the truth, and I think that
Yeah.
we this is kind of a good part two of the last episode because
Mhm.
essentially it is the full story with full context with everything. It was May who started the fire, but this adds a little bit of Mother Coral to blame. Um, she was always the strict, dare I say, borderline abusive mother figure, and May really channeled that. It really like she really conveyed that kind of energy, even to this day. You saw that "Fight Me" um, sequence where she actually did that. May would go up to Master Indara, Torben, um, with that same quote in mind. But it all was like there's a lot of people to blame for this one. You could point fingers all day. But it boils down to those three. Oh my gosh. Mother Coral, May, and Soul. Those three are the ones who are to blame for this one. And while I really would have liked to see a little bit more of Chimere's backstory, I'm actually kind of happy with this episode. But it's a repetitive episode. It's this is not a necessary thing in my opinion. Um, we could have done without this, just the scenes of context with Soul witnessing it all and telling the story to May. But I'm happy with what it was. And I definitely think that heading into the season finale, if we are not getting a season 2 because of the fandom, then it's everybody's loss. I think we will all lose out if we don't find out the full story ending. Because with one episode to go, either it's going to be an hour and a half long episode, or we are setting up a season 2. So those are the two possibilities that I see coming out of these two episodes, heading into the finale next week. Um, but yeah, it's very much that added backstory, and I think how May is going to think about this is going to be seen in the next one. Jen, what other thoughts do you have on this?
Um, it was backstory.
Backstory, but not
I mean,
filler.
backstory, but not filler, like backstory usually is.
Right.
But I do agree that they could have cut out the scenes we've already seen, or like start those scenes and then cut them out. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, it was interesting to see how powerful Kelnaka actually is.
Oh yeah, but I think
Yeah.
that that goes with the being a Wookiee.
Wait,
Um,
well, obviously, but like a Jedi Wookiee kind of
right.
thing.
It's terrifying. But what was also
Yeah.
terrifying is the are the witches. You saw them apparate just into thin mist.
Oh yeah, and we're just like, what is happening?
They apparate into thin mist and they possess. And it took them basically the entire coven to possess Kelnaka. So that scene that we
Oh
saw
yeah.
in the trailer is what we got, and it was just as terrifying, just as mind blowing, and as I hoped. And it's very interesting to see because they're like, oh, because Master Indara said that, they're just Night Sisters. They're not Night Sisters. They're witches, because we don't really see. It's Night Sister like magic, but if that magic can produce two force sensitive twins,
Yeah.
then that is there's something there. And while the witches call it something else, the Jedi call it force sensitivity, massive M counts, and and the whole 9 yards. But
Right.
what is it from the witch's perspective? Is it? It's not the force. It's some sort of weird magic that somehow developed into force sensitivity, created life, and that's something that I like taking a look at in these kinds of things, because this is a brand new era of Star Wars continuity. People are not open minded about it at all. They're not considering it as a different perspective on the Force, because witches are not Jedi. They don't call it the Force. They call it some sort of magic. And different people will have different perspectives. Um, I mean, we go all the way with what Mandalorian, Grief Karga saying do the magic hand thing that as the Force. So it this is something that that was pretty cool to see, and I'm very happy about it. Let's move into the out of tens for tonight. Jen, we'll start with you. How would you rate this episode out of 10?
8-5.
8.5 out of 10 for this one.
Yeah.
I am going to give it a little bit of a docked score. I'm going to give it a 7. 6.57. Just because,
Fair.
this is this Destiny. This is Destiny all over again. Um, what the interesting thing is, and I'm looking at the runtimes right now. Destiny, when we saw this story first unfold, this is a 44-minute episode. That was episode 3. Episode 7, Choice, 1 minute shorter, and yet we still saw a lot of those repeating sequences and repeating scenes from that first episode. So I think pretty much seeing things through the eyes of Soul was pretty nice to see. But it also brought, as the description says, that bitter truth. So next episode, I think, expectation wise, I'm going to see May's reaction to all of this, because Osha has witnessed it firsthand. May was left to fall, and we saw Soul make that choice, who to save, because there's no way in hell that he's going to save both twins. Next week, we're going to find out. Next week is my birthday. What a week that's going to be. I'm very excited. I'll say it here. We're going to the Hollywood Bowl on Sunday, and that's a great way to kick off birthday week. We got that one. We got the finale of the Acolyte on Tuesday. The day after, Disneyland's 69th birthday. which they're calling the Road to the
Road
70th
to the 70th.
Road to the 70th anniversary. We were this close to having the nicest celebration on Earth, but nope.
Mm-hmm.
They said Road to 70th. And then birthday is going to be July 20th. We're all gathering. It's gonna be a good time. So I'm very excited for that. That is all next week. And that's gonna do it for us here on the TASG Watch Party on a Tuesday night. I'm Mark Canape. Special thanks to Jensen for tuning in, for joining us.
Yeah,
Whoa.
of course.
Thank you for
Yeah.
tuning in.
The last of the season.
The last of the season for you too, because your schedule is unfortunately unable to do that. So yes, so thanks, fam, for tuning in, for joining us this season. I can't wait to hear what you have to say when we meet up next Saturday. But for you, the viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. This is by far our most watched season this far of the TASU Watch Party on all platforms, on both Instagram, on Facebook Live and YouTube. But yeah, we have one more episode to go, one more week in this show, and then hopefully the fanboys will finally shut up. It is a D23 Expo week, Expo year rather. We are 1 month away. Wow, 1 month away from the D23 Ultimate Disney Fan Event. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna vlog it. I haven't vlogged in a while. I owe you guys a vlog. It is in the name. I'm not TASG Watch Party and more. But yeah, that's gonna do it. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.